are back with Democratic presidential candidate Senator Barack Obama. Barack Obama, sir, every time we get a candidate on, I ask this one question, so I'm going to ask it of you. What are the first three things you will do if you are elected president?
First three things. I'm going to call in the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the relevant commanders and the Secretary of State, the whole national security apparatus, and give them a new mission, which is to responsibly and honorably begin a withdrawal from Iraq. I want us to be as careful getting out as we were careless getting in. I want to make sure our troops are protected. I want Iraq stable, but I strongly believe that the only way to stabilize it is to make sure that the Iraqi government actually functions and that there are political accommodations between all the factions. And I don't think they'll do that as long as we are there to keep the lid on things. I think that they have to have a sense, you know, we're going to take responsibility. That's number one. Number two, I want to put forward legislation that would give every American health care. Now, we are going to do it. If you've already got health care, then you keep your health care, and we will work with your employer to try to lower your premiums, because people are getting killed with premiums. I mean, even if you've got health care, you're seeing it go up and up every year, and a lot of people, they now have deductibles that are so high, they never go to the doctor except for emergencies. And we've got to get back to prevention and making sure children are getting regular checkups. If you don't have health care, we'll set up a plan similar to the one I have as a member of Congress. You can buy into it. We'll subsidize you if you can't afford it. You won't be excluded for pre-existing conditions. The point is, everybody should have the kind of health care that over the long term will save us costs, because if you're getting regular checkups, you're staying healthier, we're reducing obesity and heart disease and those kinds of things, then the bill will be lower over the long term. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is, I really think that we've got to deal with our energy crisis. Now, everybody's personal crisis is $4 a gallon gas, which is maybe coming up this summer. But as a country as a whole, we spend $1 billion every day to foreign nations, many of them hostile. I mean, you know, indirectly, if not directly, we make Iran richer because we drive up the cost of oil. We make Russia wealthier, which means that they can act with impunity on the international stage. So for us to say we're going to deal with climate change and cap the emission of greenhouse gases and raise fuel efficiency standards and invest in solar and wind and biodiesel, you know, it's a threefer. You get that's the only way we can drive gas prices down over the long term. It's the only way that we're going to deal with global warming, but it also improves our national security. Exactly. So if we do those three things, then I think that we can really get on track. Now, I'll be honest with you, the economy is in such bad shape right now, and the financial markets are in such bad shape that there may be some crisis management that has to be done first when I take office. But in terms of broad priorities, that's the direction I want to go.
I have a question for you. When John Kerry was running for office, I said to him, and he, in a similar situation, I said to him, you're going to be able to withstand the attack machine. Right. On the Republican side, and he said, absolutely, I'll be able to handle it, you know, because it's going to come at you, and he said yes. And then he was swift-voted, and as you can see, he's not our president.
I noticed.
I ask you that. I ask you the same question. I want to know, how tough are you?
You know, I'm a pretty tough. I'm skinny, but I'm tough. Look, you know, I think that the way to handle attacks, wherever they're coming from, and, you know, there have been some tough punches thrown here in this Democratic primary. I mean, it's not like, you know, I've been just kind of taking a cakewalk through this primary. The way I like to handle attacks is to answer honestly, swiftly, forcefully, and truthfully. I think the truth is a powerful weapon. And when you say what you really believe, and you don't exaggerate, and you don't try to respond to attacks by doing the same thing to other folks that they're doing to you, it can actually be disarming. You know,
take the high road.
Take the high road. And a lot of times, one of the ways that I've been able to forge a lot of good relationships with Republicans, some of the most conservative in the Senate, is actually, I listen to them.
But
you know what? And
took,
sometimes
but
they're
Kerry
actually
took the
right.
High road. Kerry tried to take the high road.
No, but you know what happened? You remember on the swift boat thing? for about 2 weeks.
He didn't answer quickly enough.
He didn't answer quickly enough.
So
And you've just got to be out
take
there.
the high road fast.
Can I ask you a quick question that
Yes.
I've asked other candidates?
Yes, go ahead.
Will your wife sit in on your cabinet meetings?
No. She doesn't want to because, Michelle is as talented a person as I know, and everybody knows now that she's a better speaker than I am.
No, you're good too.
But she's very clear about her priorities, and her biggest priorities are our 2 children. And she wants to, first of all, be a good parent. I think she's going to find projects, if she has the opportunity to be First Lady, that will contribute to making sure that children are healthy and happy and thriving. But she doesn't have a burning desire to be sort of a policymaker on a day-to-day basis. That's not sort of her character and what her passion, where her passions lie.
You know what I have a burning desire to do right now?
What's that? Take a
Tell
break.
people, yeah, we got to take a break. We got to take a break. We'll be right back with Senator Barack Obama.